What up, y'all? So back again for the second part, diagnosing diesel issues. So timing cover has come off to check the timing belt. My thoughts are the spill valve. Let me know if you have a different thought, that'd be awesome. So that's down here. So checked all the connectors and the speed control valve and a bunch of other valves and relays and all that stuff. I've got to put the two main relays back in it. Boom. Probably a bad shot. Boom. And then I've got to use the diagnostic tool, which in this car is super advanced. I mean, it's the most advanced piece of technology you've seen in a long time. I keep mine in a straw. Hope I don't lose it. This is that piece of technology. It is a paper clip, straightened out. I'll just put it in a straw so I don't lose it. And then you can put one piece in to your diagnostic tool there. TE1 to E1, so this middle one here to that top one there. And that will give you a corresponding flash of the engine light on your dashboard. Excuse my car's pretty messy. So the check engine light here on the dashboard should then flash, and you'll be able to read those flashes and then decode that from the manual. Anyway, here's to hoping. Talk to you all later. What's up, y'all? So it's kind of the second part. We are going to use our sweet diagnostic tool in our diagnostic panel. Make sure we got a bit of light. In our diagnostic tool from TE1 to E1, which is that middle one there to that outside one, and then that will give us our code, hopefully on the dashboard, the correct one. I don't have my MAF sensor plugged in or blah blah blah. The rest of the ones that for the fuel are plugged in. So I'll probably get a couple of codes and I'll just have to go through them to make sure which one's the MAF sensor and which ones are the other ones, because the MAF sensor is not going to cut fuel out completely. My thought is the spill control valve down here, which is controlled by this relay switch, goes into a solenoid that goes up and down and lets the fuel come out into the fuel lines, or diesel lines. So let's get that underway. So now we have our tool in, we go and stick the keys into the keys and we watch the flashes. On the dashboard, if we've done it correctly, I think I've got some of the grease on there. Now I should have a flashing check engine light. Or not. Plug the other battery in, see if it's a battery issue, but that's strange. It's telling me that the ECU might be the issue, or the main relay is not in properly, something, but they're all in, so that's strange. Well, I'll talk to you all later. I'm going to get to the bottom of this and make a part 3, I assume. running. It's not running great. I got some diesel knock, but I don't have air filter and stuff on, so I'm gonna get ahead, get under that, let it idle, get up to warm. Hopefully it's all right now. I don't know. Still idling a bit high, so give a take on it. What up, y'all? So we're down to this. We've done the whole diagnosis, looked at all the things. Well, I have. You've just come along for the ride. But if you have questions about it, put it in, like, you know, ask me in the comments, and I'll straight up answer them, because it's easier than filming the whole thing by myself whilst I do the work and check everything at the same time. So here we go. It's running. You can hear slight bit of diesel tick. I'm wondering if there's a inlet issue with that, but I'll probably take it to the dyno to get tuned first. But we have ECU success, I must say success, like no flashing codes, and for the first time ever since owning the vehicle, we have this little orange light on the on button here, which means I'm actually pretty I think that the overdrive is going to work and it's going to have 4 gears and all of that. However, we've got the ticking issue, but we'll get down to brass tacks on that. That's not a hard thing at all. More than likely because I haven't done the intake up properly, and I had to start it with a rag shoved in the turbo inlet. Lots of different things. Again, ask me about it in the comments. Rag and the turbo stuff, diesel to make sure it pumps through properly. But I also did some adjusting on the fuel outlet from the diesel pump, blah blah blah, some weird shit. Anyway, it's running, so pretty happy about that. I suppose the test is to really let it warm up to operating. It's got oil pressure. You can hear that tick quite well in here, but we've got oil pressure and it's lifting. Turbo sounding alright. However, we do for the first time ever have a large amount of soot coming out. But that might be because it's got a ton of unburnt diesel in the exhaust. It could have been super whatever, who knows. All electrics are back on. It's running. We'll get the timing cover back on. Do the other bits up we need to, the inlet and all that stuff. Get it so we can drive it. I'm actually pretty scared to turn it off. But I turned it off before and it did start again, so you all can be the tester with me. You ready? Here we go. Off. Oh, pretty happy with that. Not happy with the tick though. Anyway, talk to you later.